السلام عليكم جميعا، مع اخوكم احمد مرزوقي في شاي وذ احمد. اليوم ضيفنا النجم هو اللي اسس سبلاش, the most fashionable, as we can say, the most fashionable closet in any kind of shop you will find in Dubai or in Middle East as well. It's Splash. So today we have the chairman of Splash, Mr. Raza Beig. So welcome Raza to Chai with Ahmed.
Thank you, Ahmad. Welcome to my office.
Thank you so much for hosting us. So basically the first question that I always ask to any kind of celebrity, the question is, who is Raza Beig? Define yourself in 3 words.
Myself.
Yes.
So to start with, I'm a very ordinary man.
Okay.
I love family and family values. And I do love the business of fashion.
That's extremely.
So I enjoy fashion. I like more than wearing it. I enjoy being a part of that whole scenario.
Now, mashallah, you have associated with Splash because you're owner of the Splash with more than 25 years. With
27 years.
27 years, mashallah. Now, talk about briefly your journey and how did you came up with Splash?
Actually, my journey is very interesting. I was not a fashion student. I joined fashion by default. I started to work with Mickey and Renuka, who are the founder of Landmark Group, Mickey Jagtiani, and Renuka now is the chairperson of Landmark Group. And I started to work with her as a store manager.
Wow.
Yes, and from a store manager to a general manager to managing director to CEO, that whole space in the last 27 years, and very, very exciting space.
It is very actually inspiring for people who want to start their own business. You know, of course, I want to give some tip later on. We'll ask you this question about. Now, I want to know what were the most challenging moments of you throughout your journey?
Most challenging, if you don't have, there were many failures in my entire career, and whenever there was a failure, I took it up. I looked up with it as a part of learning, and I honestly took it up with the blessings, because whenever you fail, you tend to somehow always, if you reflect on it, you'll always come out winning. So whenever the failures happened, I said, there's a blessing in disguise. Myself and my team worked on that failure, and we have come out winning more 99.9% of the time. So every failure has been a challenge, but for a good reason.
And from that failure, you got to learn a lot.
That's the only way to learn. And people think that you have to read a book or you have to listen to sermons and speeches to get inspired. Of course, they do inspire you, but your personal learning is your personal learning, and they mostly come with failures.
Exactly, and I think that kind of learning really hits the mark. Now, if we talk about challenges, you can also talk like a moment of yours that you will cherish throughout your journey that was memorable for you.
So my most memorable, there are many. On personal level, I think so when my son was born, Ali. Yeah, I think so. That was, it was probably the most beautiful moment which I will. And I recently had twins, so whenever these angels have come into my life, they have been the most beautiful moments.
That's true. Now let's talk about the celebrities that associated with Splash. So what Splash will benefit from those associations?
So Splash has had many celebrities. We did, when we decided to go on the celebrity route, there was so much advertisement happening, and there was everybody was doing the same thing, and we decided we wanted to stand out. And when we decided, we said we will go to the best. And the first celebrity we signed in Splash was Salman Khan. Then with him, we brought in Nicole Sabha. Then over a period of time, Katrina Kaif. But the business of fashion Splash has worked with Varun Dhawan, has worked with Amy Jackson, with Isha Gupta. So they all of them are very close friends.
And now
we have the Queen, Jacqueline
Exactly.
Fernandez.
So there are so many questions that I'm getting from fans that if there's any idea that who will be the next face of Splash?
Just now, I'm very, very happy with Jacqueline for one simple reason, is that she is a very happy girl. She's fun. She's energetic. She has very hardworking. She has a very good sense on fashion. She's a fashion icon herself. She's a fitness freak. So all these things really work with the brand. And she's young and she's a very happy person. And one thing common between us is that we both believe the brand as well as Jacqueline believes in love with whatever you do. And when you have that kind of an ambition that whatever you're going to do, you do it with full love, you will be successful. So therefore, I don't have anyone just now in mind. I think so because I've just started my association with Jacqueline. I hope it is for the longest time. With Salman, mashallah, I worked with almost 7 years. And the reason I actually came out of Salman is not because of we are very, very good friends. It's just that the business needed a feminine energy and it needed a woman because we are predominantly a woman's business. And therefore we decided we'll go with a woman this time. And therefore we changed Salman. Otherwise there was no need. Salman is the king of
course.
branding.
And mashallah, I have realized that in each celebrity that have been associated with Splash, they all have one common thing, which is fashion. They have great fashion sense.
They all need to be, because that has to be, it's a criteria. You can't have somebody who, as a brand ambassador, who does not have fashion sense.
That's true.
And they have to be a fashion icon.
They have to be. That's why they're in Splash. Okay, now last two questions. The second last question I want to ask it's now let's speak about the celebrities and the association. What is a new association which will be in the future for Splash apart from celebrities?
We are collaborating with a lot of artists, designers. So basically, we are at that space in time and age where collaboration has got a lot of meaning. Singers, artists, dancers, painters, of course designers. So last Ramadan, we had Aisha Ramadan who designed a collection for us. We had Isa Wadia who did a design collection. From India we had Ken Ferns. Now we're working with smaller people, with the smaller designers who have who do maybe abayas or sheras and things which we don't do very well. We're trying to get associated with them. That is one part of the business that we really want to engage, because we want to engage with communities and we want people who are our customers, we want them to start being a part of our business. So tomorrow if you're designing a collection and if it's good and if it's commercial, I'll put it on.
Oh wow, that's a nice one. And all for you guys as well to have those kind of special, especially for people who just began their career. You never know, your abaya, your kandur or whatever looks very stylish.
And if you want to be like many, I've introduced many faces in the region because we've got a very good e-commerce channel. We've also got a channel where we promote. So if you feel that you want to try modeling and you have the right face and you want to be a part of it, probably we'll give you the exposure.
That's amazing. What about the charities? Have you been collaborating with any kind of charities or something?
We do. As a business, we do a lot. We don't talk about it because they say when you do charity from the left hand, the right hand should not know.
True.
So I'm not going to talk about that. But yes, we are a very socially responsible organization. I personally work with a lot of children with special needs. I think they are angels in this world. And I have had, but that's not a part of charity. That's something which I really enjoy. I have a few girls working in my office. So whenever you see them, you're happy. You give them a hug.
Yeah, they have that kind of. Yeah,
they have something with them. So there are many children who work. But the main thing is, you can do charity by, of course, looking after orphans, and you can do it for education and health. But I really believe just now Mother Earth needs a lot of attention because we have gone and polluted it, we have disturbed it, we have destroyed the environment. So I have decided to give back to the environment, and I have decided that we as a business about 5 years ago, we went on this journey 5-6 years ago on sustainability. We want 100% of our business to be sustainable. And fortunately, it is in line with this, with the leadership of this country. You know, everybody, Sheikh Mohammed's biggest initiative is sustainability. Expo 2020 is all about sustainability. So, and fortunately, we are on the same journey. Almost 70 to 80% of splash merchandise next season is going to be sustainable. Hopefully, in the next year or 2 years, it will be 100. So we are ensuring that it is ethically produced. We are ensuring that the wages people get are good. We are ensuring that we use natural fibers, natural dyes, BCI cottons. So we have gone to various agencies in the world and collaborated with them and told us, help us in the sustainable journey. And I think so that is what I'm really, really proud about, because at the end of the day, we can help the world we can help few individuals, we can help this universe. So
Yes.
Sustainability is it's not a charity, but it is a very, very big cause. And I'm hoping that what we are doing, everybody else in competition notices it and also brings that change. We need to give back to this world. We've taken too much. So inshallah, and thank you.
Inshallah. Now the last question before we go for some fans question. Any tip that you want to give for all these newcomers, like for the new who want to begin like their career in the business?
So I have repeated this quite a few times, but I do believe that you have to have 3 things when you're working, when you're starting anything you do. You have to get your mind, body and soul working together. Make sure that you work very hard, because hard work always will pay. Make sure that you work very intelligently. Use your mind, whatever Allah has given you, whether you have education, no education, but Allah has given everybody an active mind. Use that to make things easier and faster. And the most important is do everything with a sense of pride, passion, honesty, sincerity. It's when you do it with that, then Allah's angels come down and makes that man successful. So if you want to be successful, make sure that you have these 3 ingredients always in you. And any one of them you don't do, Allah is still going to provide you with your food and your dresses, but they will never not provide you success. So if you want success, make sure that your mind, body and soul work together to make it a successful venture.
That's the most successful key aspect for any newcomer that you guys have from the chairman of the Splash itself. So thank you so much, guys. Now we'll go for the second round, which is the fans question. Thank you. So the first question from Samira. She's saying, as an owner of Splash, talk about your daily routine job.
First thing, I'm not the owner, I'm the CEO.
Yes.
I'm just one of the partners, but yes. My daily routine is very simple. I come to work with an agenda that I will finish everything I do. So I usually tend to go to the gym off lately in the morning. Once I'm done with that, I come to the office and I usually do a back-to-back meeting. My meetings are always planned a day ahead. There are some meetings which are planned weeks ahead and months ahead, but I have a full day. So my secretary would have almost my full day packed up. At the end of the day, when all my meetings are over and most of the people have left, that's the time I sit in my office. So this office is very rarely used. It only gets used after 6 o'clock because one, the view becomes very nice.
Yes.
Secondly, all my emails and everything, whatever I have received for the day, I finish it at that time. And when I finish all my mails, I actually still write my notes on my emails, and then I will leave it for my secretary to reply back next morning. So I try as much as possible to be productive, but I don't have a time to go back. It could be 7, it could be 8, it could be 9, sometimes even 11.
Oh my God, that's so hard.
That is my daily routine.
That's your daily
And when I go back home, I eat like a king.
Oh, that's a nice one. Now, second question from Noor. She's saying, one friend or friend that supported you till now from the beginning of your journey.
One friend who was big. So, My journey from a childhood, I do have a few friends who I've stayed in touch, but I don't think so. We were too poor to help each other. But yes, from the beginning of my career in Splash, I think so. It is Renuka Jagtiani, who's she's very personal. We have a personal relationship, as you can call it friendship. You can call it. I admire her as my sister, as my mother, as a mentor. She's been through my entire journey as a very, very close friend. So when I have any personal problems or I have any issues in the business, the one person I would go to is Renuka Jagtiani. And fortunately, she's the chairperson of Landmark Group.
Yes. Okay, now the last one is from Salman, and he's also saying, being a fan of Salman, how did you get along with him?
How do I get to know? So I get along very well with Salman. We have. I usually am there when he's celebrating something. We don't have a because it's business. We also meet on business sometimes, but I am mostly there at his celebration parties. So he enjoys celebrations. I enjoy celebrations, and I'm usually his party starter.
Oh, okay.
So it's always fun and it's always memorable.
That's very beautiful to know. So that was fans' question, and there are some few other questions which we have taken only some interesting one, which is with the draw. And I want to say sorry for all those people who couldn't make it. Now we're having some rapid fire questions with Raza Beig. So you have to be very rapid, yeah? So the first one is your favorite film.
My favorite film, Earth, Before You Were Born.
Favorite song.
Sorry?
Favorite song.
Favorite song, I have a few, again from the movie Earth. But I think so I like the movie because of the song.
Oh, okay, nice.
Tum itna kyun muskura rahe ho?
Tum itna kyun. See, I know it. All songs I know. Okay. Now, which actor and actress have great fashion sense?
Actor and actress. I think so. This rapid fire is not nice because my friends are not going to like it.
I think anyone who associates with Splash, they
Sorry?
all have. Anyone who associates with Splash.
I associate with, of course, in men I can say Salman to be the safest, and in women I think so there are few. I think so. Jacqueline, of course, Katrina, of course, Sonam Kapoor. These are all very well dressed. In Bollywood. I'm presuming you're asking Bollywood.
Yeah, only Bollywood. Yeah. Okay. Now one actress that suits her any kind of dress you will get her. That really comes shine.
Actually, all three girls again.
All three girls. That's true.
They look very nice in everything.
That's great. Now give me one word for Salman Khan.
Generous.
Katrina Kaif.
Beautiful.
Isha Gupta.
My darling, my friend, my baby, my
Jacqueline.
daughter.
Oh, nice. Jacqueline.
Happy.
And energetic. I think she's very
Happy.
energetic.
She's a happy girl and a very, 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 very proud girl. Very nice girl.
True. Now, last two questions. If forced you to stay in Big Boss house, what are the chances of winning?
Fully, 100%.
Oh, really?
100%. I'm a great strategist. I'm very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So I would win all the games for sure. What would go against me is my weight. Otherwise I would take it.
They have so many overall. They're doing very, very well.
I would only go into Big Boss so that I can lose 10-15 kilos.
Okay. Now last one. A reality show that you want to participate.
Sorry?
A reality show that you want to participate.
Actually, to be very honest, I wish I had the time, but I really don't have the time. But if I would participate, probably Big Boss.
Big Boss. Fun show also.
Not only that, because I think so some characteristics really come out of human characteristics.
You never know. That's it. So that was it, the rapid fire and the end of the interview. But before leaving the interview, I think you want to say something to all the people and your fans who ask the questions.
First thing, I'm not a fan material guy, but I want to say that Chai with Ahmad, when he first wrote to me on Instagram, I was so intrigued by the name, and I went back and I researched what he's all up to. I wish you all the best because I think so you do things very differently, very naturally. It's not rehearsed. It's very, very fun. You come across as a great guy. So please watch his channel. And please keep shopping at Splash.
You have to actually. And if there is something new coming to Splash that will surprise,
We are constantly sending newness. So we have about almost 48 collections. So you don't see it because they keep coming in small spurts. But we have 12 very good drops. So every month there is a drop, and in the drop there are many other drops also. So this constant fashion, and you should look for the sustainability part of it.
yes,
There is a heart which says love the planet. So any product which has got the heart, that is 100% sustainable. So every plastic bag, every plastic pin, whatever is used, it's all biodegradable in the business. And we're very conscious, and please support retailers who are on the sustainable journey. It is needed for this world.
Thank you so much, Raza, for being on the show. You shine the show. Thank you so much, and all the best for Splash.
Thank
Thank you so much.
All the
Thank you
best.
so much.